So the opening for the new season just dropped and it's got some interesting stuff, so yeah, we need to talk about this. Hulu has just released the opening for the new season, or perhaps it's just a sneak peek kind of thing, but we see some interesting stuff. First off, we have a release date. The new show will debut on August 4th. But let's talk about what we saw. Going in order, we see the guys as the seasons change. Then we get Bobby recording Joseph doing tricks on what looks to be a smartphone. The two are interrupted by Connie, who is holding a science fair looking board about climate change, showing that Connie may be more activist minded as she got older. The boys seem to walk off with her, Bobby looking happy and Joseph not so much. We see Min and Con walking doggy while arguing, first one doing the talking, then the other. And we get our first look at GH as Dee Dee shows up, apparently still married to John Cena, to pick him up, and it looks like he and Bobby have a decently close relationship. Seasons pass, the Hills update their garage doors, apparently Nancy and John Redcorn have rekindled their relationship because we see her get picked up by him. The next few scenes are interesting because they don't include Hank, just the three other guys, so I wonder what that's about. We possibly get an answer when we see Hank and Peggy helping Bobby move out. My guess is that he's going to the airport because he gets picked up by a shuttle. And while that's going on, we get our first looks at an older Connie and Joseph. Bobby and Connie share a hug, and yeah, I can see them get back together, though Joseph looks rather dejected. I wonder if he's still jealous of Bobby and Connie's relationship. But he hugs the hell out of Bobby when he gets his turn because his best friend is leaving. And this is where things start to get kind of weird. A moving truck pulls up and it appears that the Hills move out of their house. And Hank is replaced in the alley by this fella. My guess is that this is Muhammad, a character listed on the Revival's IMDb page, but who we know very little about. Though it appears that he has moved into the Hill house. We see the new foursome for a few scenes. They're wearing masks at some point, showing that they already went through the pandemic. And yes, it is totally in character for Dale to have his mask pulled down. Right before this, we saw Bill coughing, so it's safe to assume that Bill got COVID. Another interesting thing we see is Boomhauer with someone, and either they had a kid together, or this is possibly a bastard Hauer from the original run. It's also possible that Boomhauer may have gotten with a single mom. I'm not sure who she is, but she does not look like Catherine, so there goes the hope of them getting back together. It's also around this time that we stop seeing Bill in the alley altogether, possibly due to pandemic restrictions, which I could see as the last straw for Dale. He runs for mayor, and we see an older Joseph helping him put out campaign signs. And sadly, it doesn't look like Joseph went off to play football, as he's still around and looking kinda rough. Afterward, we only see who I'm calling Muhammad. The power guys come by like in the original opening, but they remove the power pole rather than climbing up it, meaning that they probably upgraded the power grid. Then we get several seasons of no one in the alley, followed by Hank and Peggy showing up in the in-universe version of an Uber. Not sure if they're just staying as an Airbnb kind of thing, or if they're moving back. They get rid of Dale's sign, and this is where the creator's credit is put as Hank carries it to the trash. After which, Hank and Peggy are joined by an adult Bobby who brings them in closer, and we get the focus on Hank's face as the title screen. Granted, his color shirt doesn't change in this one like it did in the original. That's what we got. So first off, what the hell is going on? Hank and Peggy moved? Are they moving back? What happened to the guy that moved in? It seems the guys don't spend much time in the alley anymore, if any time. Boomhauer has a family, and we don't know why Bill and Dale stopped. I do wonder if Nancy ends up leaving Dale, hence why he's not out there, and why Joseph looks kinda rough. I don't like that Nancy got back with John Redcorn. I do want John Redcorn in the show, don't get me wrong, but part of the finale was her finally moving past that relationship. Oh, and something that just dropped, there is a synopsis that answers some of these questions, and it reads: after years of working a propane job in Saudi Arabia to earn their retirement nest egg, Hank and Peggy Hill return to a changed Arlen, Texas to reconnect with old friends Dale, Boomhauer, and Bill. Meanwhile, Bobby is living his dream as a chef in Dallas and enjoying his 20s with his former classmates Connie, Joseph, and Chain. So they've been gone for several years in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, I did not see that one coming. Maybe there was a house exchange with Muhammad, which would explain why he's there. Will we see flashbacks to their time over over there? Does this also mean that Bobby, Connie, Joseph, and Chain all live in Dallas? That would be interesting. And I'm guessing since Hank has been gone for so long, he's no longer with Strickland Propane, which makes me wonder what happened there. Did Hank and Buck get into it? Was there a falling out? Did one of the Ray Roys take over and Hank was pissed off because he was still stuck as assistant manager? Like, what went on there? I guess only time will tell. We'll find out. But overall, it looks promising. This release does raise a few questions, and I'm looking forward to getting some answers come August 4th. Not sure if they're going to release anything else, but if they do, we'll probably cover it. But until then, thanks for watching, folks, and we'll see y'all next time.
Blue moon up, Kentucky, keep on shining. We shine on the one that's gonna prove untrue. Blue moon up, Kentucky, keep on shining. We shine on the one that's gonna left me blue.